Okay, Staffingpreneurs, welcome to the Staffingpreneurs Academy. I'm Sourcing Clinic. This is course number 625 AC. This is a clinic and not a course. And this is presented by D. Williams. Really excited that we are able to present this clinic to you. It's going to be very fun and interactive, and we're going to dive in with today's agenda. And that agenda starts off with the rules and the instructions. Then we'll go into introductions. Then we'll talk about some quick wins. Then we'll do maybe a demo or role play, whichever is perfect for today. Then we'll start chiming into each staffingpreneur who needs assistance throughout the time of this clinic. And we'll do a quick recap along with any action items that are needed. And then we are going to close this session out today fired up. This is a 1-hour clinic, but let's get started with the rules and the instructions. Hope you're fired up about this clinic. We're already getting through this clinic so quickly. Be ready to learn, share. This is a no judgment zone, positive vibes only. Okay, so let's start with introductions. My name is D. Williams, as I stated earlier, and I am your chief staffingpreneur. And I am here to give you all as much guidance in professionalism and coaching and consultancy and training as possible. I've been in the industry over 25 years, so I know a lot. And I look forward to supporting you through this startup clinic. Now, it's your turn. You can start with a 30-second elevator pitch, or you can let us know who you are, where you're located, what's your niche, and what you are looking to get out of today's clinic. All right, so let's start with introductions. Does anybody want to introduce themselves?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Lucy. I'll follow behind you.
All right, my name is Lucy with BOC Staffing, and I'm located in Dallas, Texas. And my niche is healthcare staffing in long-term facilities and hospitals. And my goal for this clinic for today is to see how I can sharpen my sales strategies so that I'm able to sell to my clients and candidates.
Sourcing. This is all about candidates. You got to find your candidates. Because Lucy, don't you have clients but lacking candidates?
That's what I have.
Yeah, that's why you're here today. So you should be trying to figure out how you can find nurses to fill your positions.
Absolutely, yes. That's my goal for today, as to how I can learn how I can find nurses to fill my open orders.
Yes, that's perfect. Great job. I'm glad you're here. Go ahead, Bentu, your turn.
Hi, my name is Bentu, and I'm located in Virginia. And my niche is healthcare staffing, medical staffing. But my niche eventually will be ER and ICU. And my goal for today is, of course, to get good strategies on how I can find candidates, where would I go to look? Because I think I'm struggling with that a little bit right now. So I would definitely love to see what D got to offer us. I'm here. I'm fired up.
Oh, I love it. I'm so excited. I can't wait to dive in too. Awesome. I appreciate you both from being here. One of the reasons why I mentioned that we do the 30-second elevator pitch or the introduction is just one, so you all can get to know each other. Two, so you all remember who's dealing with who. We have many different niches in this community, and everybody, you never know who you come in contact with. We've got one staffingpreneur, Victor Martinez. He's in the the data analyst space, but he's connected with a company who does nothing but work with healthcare organizations. So now he's trying to figure out, do I switch my niche or do I just partner with another staffingpreneur who focuses on healthcare? And so this is why we do the introduction introduction every week is so that you all can get to know each other, so you can remember each other, so that when you are out there selling or you're talking or you're connecting, you're not bypassing opportunities, but you're either making the referral or understanding in your mind you have someone to partner with. So if you do pitch these particular services, you know you have somebody you can partner with, that you can trust, that's in the community and so forth. So I just wanted to make that clear why this section is so important. Now I want to just give you an idea of what to expect during that section. Once we get done with that, then we're going to dive into the good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, my staffingpreneurs, today's clinic should give you an opportunity to gain real life experience, tackle a thorny business problem, and ultimately help you achieve a very specific task or goal. What can we assist you with today? Who's up first?
I don't have anything. I have Kamana. But what are we sharing though, Dee?
Because you're gonna
share the screen.
So what's your scenario? Tell me what you say. You want to figure out where to find great talent. Under what circumstances?
Well, I have a contract. It's somewhere in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay.
And the struggle has just been, I feel like we've exhausted the local market.
Okay.
So we going on Indeed, we're trying to kind of hire within that area, so I felt like we've been there over a year and we've kind of gone through like 100 people, honestly. And the facility too has their own issues, so we had a meeting today with them and talking about staff retention, because what we realized with those folks, it's like you bring in the staff, people pick up shifts and you cancel their shifts. So that's not retaining anyone, because people are not sure. They'll rather not stick with you and go find somebody else to work with. But I know that's a different conversation. But it's like, how do we bring I'm thinking in my head, maybe we can talk to them about maybe bringing in contractors. So if you don't have the local talent, but at least you go out and bring people in, then you don't have those issues of saying, my car broke down, I don't have a babysitter, I don't have this. You're there to work. So
a few things. So, all these are great. These are perfect. And so few things. Remember, essentially, Bintu, they're coming to you because they feel like you have the answer to the question that you went in for today with, or not the question,
Sure.
But they feel like, I'm dealing with an agency so they can help us fill the need, right? So the work that you and I should be doing on the back end is trying to figure out exactly how do we find those groups of people. Yes, it's very easy to offer a different service, and that's a great band-aid to put on for now, but ultimately if we're going to service this client, then our efforts need to be around how do we tap into that space. And if you don't live there, or if you haven't created any real efforts to tap into that specific area, it's very easy to say I've exhausted that area, period. Now, let me move to my next statement. Indeed is one location, but there are many different sources of where people are looking for jobs and or are in a job currently that we should be pulling them out of. So when we're talking about sourcing, the idea of sourcing is about being able to understand my market and who's around my market, who's also affiliated with my market. So for example, we're talking about sourcing. So you said the sourcing in Charlottesville. Is it Charlottesville?
Yes.
Sourcing in the Charlottesville, Virginia, right?
Correct.
Okay. So Lucy, make sure you're paying attention, because notice where I'm starting. I'm starting on a Google sheet, an empty Google sheet. Now, I really don't have to start here, except this isn't my niche. I really should be starting on my niche overview worksheet to see what I have on there, what my market looks like. I should be on my niche overview worksheet seeing what my market looks like on LinkedIn. But ultimately, what I'm looking for is a number of things. Where are my people geographically?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so where are my people geographically? And then what are they into? Okay. So have we exhausted every place? So online, yes, you have exhausted, I think you said Indeed, right? Maybe. But what else is online?
Yeah.
So in LinkedIn is online.
We pulled LinkedIn. We don't. I don't know if CNAs are people who are on LinkedIn. You know, because that number was not
Did you do
great
Craigslist?
at all. No,
Did you do
I didn't do
ZipRecruiter?
Craigslist. ZipRecruiter, oh no, ZipRecruiter was just too expensive, but it's an option.
ZipRecruiter comes in with Crelate. When you with your Crelate, ZipRecruiter is already added in there. When you go into settings, and oh no, I'm sorry. Like if I was to go into opportunities, and I'm just like I'm gonna publish this opportunity for example. And you can go to ZipRecruiter and it'll boost your traffic for $299 for 30 days.
Okay.
So you don't, but you could also do $16 for 1 day, or you could say I want to just run it for 7 days.
Okay.
And then, you know, but it doesn't make sense to run it. Well, I mean, just see. I think I had that on the wrong thing. So you got to uncheck. So if you did it for 7 days, it'll be $112. So you can you know, define how many days you want to add it in, but it's a sponsored job posting. You would be better off doing a boost posting 30 days for $299 because they guarantee up to 200 clicks on your job. You get more people.
Okay. And this is in Crelate, you said, right?
Everything I do is in my ATS.
Okay.
Okay. So now, okay, we have to see, have we really exhausted Indeed? Like, have we talked to every CNA on Indeed within a certain mile radius, which we know that it drives? So, like, within 50 miles.
Yeah.
We've talked to every CNA.
Well, I won't say every, but
okay, but then we ain't we ain't ready then it's not, then what we're stating is not valid. Even the things that we're saying to the hiring manager is not valid. Then we haven't even tapped into the full area, and neither have they. That's why they're hiring you. That's what I want you to get you to understand, and everybody who is on this call and watching the replay. We are here to solve a problem, not to make money. Making money is the byproduct of solving the problem. So everything that we're doing in our brains and our mind, we should be obsessed, and I'm talking obsessed with how do we find talent for this particular niche market. And if you understand how to find the talent and you put your efforts toward there, the money will flow in like the River Jordan, like the Hudson River, like on a stormy day. Okay, so it's
true.
Just that simple. So
because we have so much money on the table, D,
exactly.
But we can't staff it.
Exactly. So the focus has to be on where do I find my talent. So online, you got Indeed, LinkedIn, Craigslist, ZipRecruiters. But offline, you've got schools, right? So you want to go into the schools, and you also have online schools, right? So you've got schools, you've got churches. Have you partnered with any churches?
No.
You've got the competitors. How many of the competitors have you reached out to? How many people have you tried to pull out of other competitors? Online, you got social media, you got ads, you got social media groups like LinkedIn, or you might say Facebook, right? I think you see more Facebook, LinkedIn. You can probably do TikTok right now. You know, you're gonna ultimately
Instagram.
Instagram, yeah. This is what I was talking to you all earlier about in the course, about having strategies around how you're going to acquire talent. So you might do a live webinar to attract talent. You might do an offline. You could do a open house training every week. You have not. You could do a job fair, local. You have not exhausted everything. What's at a live webinar? You don't have any lead magnets for your candidates, but that would be your ads. So we could do that. We have groups. We did groups, but we didn't tackle like hashtags. We didn't do what's the other thing? Like
Podcasts.
Say it again.
Podcasts.
Blogs. Yes. All of these ways are how we can go and get the talent and or where we can find them. Well, this class, every week we're going to come together and we're going to focus on different types of sourcing strategies and methods. Your action item for the week